Cool. We are live. What's up, Kevin?
Hey, Chris, how you doing, man?
Good. So today I'm going to be talking to Kevin Gidrey, who is the founder and owner of Find a Way Fitness. That's the gym where I've worked out for since you started, and then I worked
Yeah.
out with you before that at your prior at your prior gym. And Kevin's made a tremendous impact on the community, and my family supports his small business, and we're just going to learn a little bit about what makes him tick today, and find out a little bit more about Find a Way, give you an opportunity to educate us on your story. And so with that, why don't we just start out by you telling me just kind of a business profile. So when did you start? How many people are currently employed there? um, What's your mission and vision for the company, if you've got one? Let's start
Yeah,
there.
so we started December 19th, 2019. And what is it? We're going on 4 years, man. 4 years in business.
I can't
We got
believe
about
it.
14, 15 employees under our staff, which has been huge, being able to delegate different tasks from our operations manager to our bar manager and so forth. It just helps me focus on training and doing what I'm good at. And really, our mission is pretty simple, man. I just want to show people, no matter what age, no matter height, weight, background, whatever it is, a lot of times people are able to find excuses. And I'm just trying to show people how to find a way. Move your body for 45 minutes, 3 to 4 times a week. Eat fairly clean. I don't even need you to be perfect. Drink your water, get sleep, reduce your stress. And you'll just be amazed at how much your health and how much your vibe and your frequency and how you'll feel just from dedicating 3 to 4 times a week to yourself.
Yeah, that's very true. Big believer in that. I don't get there as much as I used to, probably, but I try to get there 3 times a week. And there's just no question. I preach that to my team as well. Like, get up in the morning and get your body moving.
Yes.
It's going to put you on a different trajectory for your day. And then you compound that day after day after day over a lifetime. And there's just no way to really replace that.
That's a game changer.
So why find a way? I mean, you could have taken your life in 100 different directions, right? You have a background in professional football. You played at ECU. So why Find a Way Fitness?
So Find a Way, it kind of is one of the best analogies to my life. And I've seen how other people have been using the same message in regards to that Find a Way mentality. And my situation when my wife had our first son, she had to battle through cancer, 9 rounds of chemo while she was pregnant after we just got married. And I was like, damn, man, we could have found all kind of excuses to fold or had to be a different ending. But you know what? I just every day I just say, hey, I got to find a way as a leader of the household, producer, provider, protector. I mean, golly, it's a hard time, right? So not only that, man, using that Find a Way mentality. And then when I got cut by the NFL, when I left the Redskins, I kind of fell into depression, lost my identity. I had to find
Redskins anymore.
Well, what is it? The Commanders.
Yeah.
Washington Commanders now, whatever that means. But had to find a way through that, right? So fitness has been my vehicle to help me find a way through a lot of dark times, because it's helped me. And one of my quotes is, get your mind right. Moving my body is what got my mind right. So I say, hey, you can do another day. Hey, you can do another workout. You can eat a little bit better. And I found that when people move their body more, they just become better husbands, better wives, better brothers, better people in the community, just better vibes all together, man. And now we're over 400 members later, keep preaching the same message.
Yeah. I think motivation is definitely your superpower. I mean, we all love all the trainers that Find a Way, and there's a noticeable difference when you're in the room. I mean, you just have a knack for it. Even to the extent that, as you remember, I brought you into our team, a team advance last year, just to talk a little bit about that. So, as a small business owner, though, we all go through periods of fear and doubt. Like, self-doubt's a serious thing, right? Like, everything's resting on your shoulders. You've got people who depend on you, who you employ, their families depend on you. And particularly in your case, like, you've got to get up and moving at what time? 4:30 in the morning?
Yeah, 4:30, 4:45.
You got to get a workout planned every single day. It's got to be different. You've got to keep it fresh, so that the members don't get bored. And just like, there's got to be days where you just don't want to get up, right?
Oh man. Oh man.
So how do you deal with that?
Yeah, that's powerful, Chris, because I call them the dog days, and those dog days, and I know it gets kind of overwhelming when I keep saying this quote, but literally, man, it's changed my life. You can find an excuse or you can find a way, and anybody that's successful, they had to find a way, no matter what it was, right? So.
Yeah,
I'm not going to disregard the stressful days. I'm not going to disregard the days you don't know if you're going to make it. The days that you just dog tired and you still got to get up and play with the kids, right? The days that is just so like you don't think you can go. But I realize, man, time is going to pass either way.
Right.
Right. So you can use that time and be positive, optimistic, or use that time to be a Debbie Downer. And either way, you're going to be right. But it depends on that choice, right? That resistance that comes that I'm tired, I don't have time. Well, you got to push back. You got to push back. And sometimes you'll be amazed at how much you can do when you start eradicating excuses and finding ways.
No question. Yeah. And in Keller Williams, we have a set of rules that we call bold laws. Basically, one of the ones that relates best to that is you can have reasons or you can have results, and you can't have both. You get to choose. Do you want results, or are you going to fall back on, here's why I can't do it? Here's why I can't. You can always find an excuse, like you said. It's the exact same thing, just in different words. So I think that's really true. But, it still takes a different kind of human to still push past those barriers when you feel sick and you don't want to get up. Get your ass to work, get in the gym. Like you feel like, I don't know, maybe you had too many drinks the night before and you just sluggish, right? Yeah. So it's tremendous that, you continue to do that. And I have a lot of respect for you for that. So, you've chosen an industry that's probably equally competitive as ours. You could throw a rock and hit a real estate agent in a triangle. There's a lot of gyms that somebody could choose.
Even more now.
Even more. They're popping up by the day. I mean, I probably passed 4 or 5 on the way to your place.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate y'all. Everybody that comes out that from the other side of Capitol, I appreciate all y'all. So if you're seeing this, I appreciate you. I love you, and let's keep finding a way.
So to that end, though, how do you differentiate yourself from those gyms that are popping up? I mean, there's the one that shall not be named, and then there's F45, and then there's ISI just opened up in Wake Forest. And it's all in kind of a similar model, right? So and one of the unique challenges that you have is, I feel, and you tell me if I'm wrong on this, but I think a lot of people choose Find a Way because of Kevin Gidrey. Yeah. And that's great starting out because you are the business. But then as you've grown and you've tried to leverage yourself so that you're not doing 6 or 7 classes 5-6 days a week and burning yourself out, trying to be the trainer, the business owner, the accountant, the marketing person.
Ooh, talk to me.
All those things, you have to be able to have help to grow. And at the same time, you have to have a pretty high bar for the people you bring into your world because you've set that bar, and that's what your members have come to expect.
There
right?
You go.
So how do you navigate that, and what lessons maybe have you learned along the way of failing forward in that regard?
I think the first thing that separates me, Chris, is I get hyper focused on everybody in my gym, meaning I really want to know your name. I really want to know your family. I really want to know what you do for a living. I really want to know how you spend your day. I will show up at your kids' football game. I will show up at your house if I ain't seen you in 2 weeks. I'm so hyper focused on making sure I'm holding up my end of the bar, right? You're gonna pay me, so let's play ball, right? Yeah. And I've learned, man, if you give people the brutal truth versus a comforting lie, you'll help them a lot more in life, not just working out. Because a lot of times we don't give the hard truth to a lot of people. No Sally, question. I know you say you want these results, but you're only coming 2 days a week and you're at Chick-fil-A on every Wednesday. Like, let's be real. If you want to hit these results, let's at least do Chick-fil-A every other week. And let's get 3 to 4 workouts, and let's not play any games around with your health. Right.
Yeah.
So,
right. Yeah, and it's challenging. Accountability is a hard,
It's so hard.
Breakfast of champions, and it's super, super uncomfortable, especially, you're going to have people that come into the gym that have never had anybody hold them accountable before.
Yeah.
I know, I come at 6:30 and I've been there, and I kind of laugh inside my own head when you kind of bust the chops of those folks that walk in a few minutes late, and you're serious. And, I think people think you're kidding. And I'm like, I know you're serious, because look, you can have the perspective of, oh, I'm the customer, I could do what I want, but then this probably isn't the gym for you. Like, go find another place, because what you're paying for is that accountability. You can get a workout anywhere.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, I'm going to clip the last 30 seconds because I wish people saw it like that. Because think about it, Chris, like if I allow them to be late to my workout, guess what? They can be late to their job. They can be late to their kids' practice. They can be late on anywhere. Yeah. And that's fine. If your job says, hey, we got a meeting at 10 a.m. sharp. I need everybody to be there. Let's be focused, right? You're going to show up at that job at 10 a.m., probably 9:50, right? Just to make sure you're ready. But when it's time to show up for yourself, you're showing up late. Like, where's the disconnect from when you're showing up for yourself, for your future self, right? Your health, the number one thing that you have, because once you got your health, it's over. But when your job, like, you can't hold your job at a higher standard than your own body, like your own health, right? Yeah. So, and it's funny, I'm glad you said that, Chris, because I'm kind of like jokingly serious when people show up late.
Oh, yeah.
I still have to call them out because, and some people have fixed, right? Some people started being on time. Now, some people are habitually, it is what it is. Like, I work with them, I've tried them. We're on year 3, 4, 5, and they're still doing their thing. That's just who they are, right? You're not going to penetrate what they do, but you still can call them out. So for me, man, I just want to show people how much health and fitness transitions into your life, legit, every single day.
That's awesome. Man, I wish we could do this for an hour, but I know that people aren't going to watch it that long. So I just have I have like one or two last questions. And this one wasn't on the prep form that I sent you, but you'll be able to answer it. One of the special things about Find a Way is the community that you've built. So in business and on teams, there are books, there are training classes, there are seminars. There's no shortage of education on how to build a company culture, because it's so important to do that, right? Mm-hmm. Not only with your employees, but with your customers. So, like, what does it mean to be a Find a Way member? And and it's hard work, because you got to show up to things beyond just the 9 to 5 of here, I'm training you, right? Like, you got to show up to the kickball games. You got to show up to the bowling alley. You got to show up, but you do it. And so for those other people watching, we're streaming this on the Support Triangle Live small businesses page and some other places as well. And so I know there's other business owners watching this. What advice would you give somebody who's struggling to build that community around their business, that community of raving fans or loyal supporters? How have you cracked that code?
I would say, first and foremost, see your people outside the office. See your people outside the workplace, right? Switch up the setting, switch up what you guys are seeing every day, right? Take them out to Top Golf, or just let them hang loose. I feel like when we're in a business setting, everybody has their guards up, right? Everybody has something they're holding against. But you take them out and you get to learn your people, learn what they're about. So for me, I'm always interested to see, hey, do we want to play country music on a Friday or rap music on a Friday, right? And it causes this whole thing. But at the same time, I'm learning the tendencies of our people, right? Then we say we have something happen within the community. Hey, can we come together and raise over $4,000 to help this family that's going through a tough time? That's powerful. And you just keep harnessing on learning your people. A lot of times people treat people as a number. It's not like that. Even your employees. I mean, I laugh with every single employee. I'd say jokes with every single employee, and I make sure I make them feel comfortable at working. And most of them feel amazing because they're getting a workout as well, right? And they're working out. So I always tell people, treat people how you want to be treated. You heard that before, Chris. Treat people how you want to be treated. And a lot of times people will stick around longer if you just get to know them, right? Just get to know who your people are, and you can connect on different places other than where you are at work. And that's where it gets fun, because you start developing these layers under how much you know people. So there's people in my gym that I know their first name all the way down to their dog's name, right?
Right.
And I can see them walking their dog out, and I'll run out during a class and say, "Hey, Jen, how's your dog?" You know what I'm saying? And it's different, man. Once you start learning that relationships is the #1 lifeline in any business, man, it's over.
Well, and yeah, to that point, each class, each time that you teach has its own personality, right?
It's
like
crazy.
you put something on Facebook the other day, like, hey, 5:30 class, keep showing up and getting it. 6:30, some of y'all are need to get out of bed, I think is what it said. And at 8:30, stop talking so much. Like each class has its own kind of personality in and of itself, which is also pretty cool because people can come in and find their tribe within
the community.
So that's awesome. Well, listen, thank you so much for spending some time with me this morning. And last thing is, are you running any promotions, anything for new members? If there's somebody that's watching that says, I want to see what this is all about, how can they get involved with you?
Hey, anybody watching this video right here, DM me, DM Chris, whatever you have to do. I'm going to give you 30 days at my gym free.
Wow.
Just because you've seen this video, 30 days free. And let's just see where that takes you. You can stay at my gym and keep rolling. You can go to another gym. You can find your home gym, whatever that is. I just want to show you how to find a way for 30 days, and you can take it from there.
That's awesome. That's tremendous value. So thanks again for spending time with me, man. I will see you,
man.
All right, bro.
Keep pressing.
Bye-bye.
Later.